Hi guys, welcome back to What If Mr. Satan Wasn't a Fraud. Hope you're all enjoying this series. I know I am. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. We cut to the Frieza Force. You see, the Frieza Force, ever since Frieza died, they've been dwindling in numbers, so they would bring back Lord Frieza. But when he was brought back and they told him about the Saiyans, they also warned him about Mr. Satan. Frieza would be intrigued, and he would be shocked to hear about a warrior that isn't even a Saiyan, that was powerful enough to take on Lord Beerus, and even in his Lord Beavis form. Everyone was shocked, and Frieza knew he had to train. He had to train more than he ever trained before. 3 months should do it, but maybe he would have to do it even more since it is Mr. Satan. But Frieza began training. As Frieza trained, the Saiyans were training on Beerus' planet. Now, Beerus could have let Mr. Satan train there, but if he let Mr. Satan train there, he could have became so strong he could overthrow all the angels. He was such a big threat. Beerus wasn't allowed to let Mr. Satan train there. As this was going on, we cut to Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan was drinking a cold glass of nice heat tap, as suddenly Majin Buu would run up next to him, and he would want to train. Majin Buu wanted to get stronger. Ever since he saw Beerus, he realized that he needed to get stronger. He had fun fighting Mr. Satan and playing with him. It was time to train for real. Mr. Satan agreed, and he began to train Majin Buu. Majin Buu trained like he never did before, and he even got fit, training and pushing himself further and further. As Majin Buu trained and got fit, eventually, however, Frieza would arrive. As Frieza arrived, Mr. Satan and Majin Buu looked up, as they both sent a massive ki. Now, Frieza and Majin Buu have never met, just like Mr. Satan and Frieza, but he could tell that it was evil, so he flew over with Majin Buu, as the rest of the Z Fighters flew over too. Mr. Satan would ask who is this guy, and Piccolo would tell him about Frieza. Mr. Satan would be excited. He gets to fight an alien from space. True, he did fight Majin Buu and fought a little god of destruction, but this guy is an evil dictator, so he really doesn't need to hold back, so he can just, go all in and destroy Frieza. As the spaceship landed, Mr. Satan and the others arrived. As all the Frieza soldiers came out, they were all ready to battle. As Mr. Satan was ready to fight, all of the Frieza soldiers charged at all the Z Fighters, but Frieza said, "Leave Mr. Satan to me." Mr. Satan and Frieza both charged at each other as Frieza turned gold and began to fight Mr. Satan with everything he had, and Mr. Satan battled him. But Mr. Satan didn't even need to go into his awoken form. He was just so much more powerful than Frieza. Frieza used a death beam, a death ball, but no matter what he did, it wouldn't work. Frieza would yell, "How are you this strong? I've trained, I pushed myself beyond anything, and you're stronger than me? How?" Mr. Satan says, "Simple, because I'm the champ. Dynamite punch!" as he punched him straight down to the ground. But as Mr. Satan went down to the ground, he saw words. It said, "Change now." As he read them out loud, a frog took his body. As Captain Ginyu said, "Yes, now I have the body of the most powerful person in the universe." As Mr. Satan is horrified as he's in a frog body, Frieza flies over and says, "You're acting differently." "It's me, Lord Frieza." "Captain Ginyu?" "Yes, you took over his body. Now that's quite impressive." But then Captain Ginyu punched Frieza in his body. As his Frieza was sent flying, he got back up and said, "What the hell is that for?" Captain Ginyu just laughs and says, "I'm done taking orders from you, Frieza. Now it's going to be the Ginyu Force, and the Ginyu will rule the universe." That's right. It's no longer the Frieza saga. It's the Ginyu saga. As Captain Ginyu flew over and began to beat up Frieza, even with a fraction of Mr. Satan's power, he was still far stronger than Frieza. He was easily overpowering him. But all of this power being unleashed was enough for Vegeta and Goku to sense it and teleport in with instant transmission. As Vegeta and Goku teleport there, they both look and see Captain Ginyu in Mr. Satan's body as he does a pose. Goku says, "That's odd. Why is he doing that pose? Wait a second. I know that pose. It's Ginyu's pose." As they are both shocked, he begins to laugh. "That's right. I'm here to destroy this planet and all of you. Ah, 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 ah." Ginyu laughs gleefully, ready to destroy them both. As Mr. Satan in the Toad's body is running around, not sure what to do. For the first time in his life, Mr. Satan feels helpless. Goku and Vegeta both turn blue as they charge in and punch Ginyu Satan. Golden Frieza looks at him and says, "What are you monkeys doing?" Goku says, "As much as we hate it, we're gonna have to work with you, Frieza." Vegeta says, "Don't worry, after this is over, I'll kill you." And make up for this teamwork. As all three of them charged at Ginyu Satan, Golden Frieza did an Emperor's Death Beam as he shot every death beam that he could straight at Captain Ginyu. As then Vegeta did a Big Bang attack, Goku did a Kamehameha as all the energy beams hit Captain Ginyu straight in the face, but it did nothing. He just continued to laugh gleefully, and he was easily able to learn to fight all of them easily, and he easily learned Mr. Satan's techniques because all they are is kicks and punches. Sure, he uses the mighty dynamite kick and the might punch, but he was able to learn it. And as he fought in Mr. Satan's body, he got stronger and stronger as he was learning more how to use it. Vegeta was getting beat up, so was Frieza, so was Goku. Frieza fell to the ground as he lost his golden form, yelling, "Damn it! We lost! How could we lose? How could I lose? I am Lord Frieza!" He was about to destroy the planet, but then Lord Beerus showed up behind him. "Were you about to do something, Frieza?" Frieza looked up and said, "Lord Beerus." Beerus began to look down on Frieza and said, yes, it's me. "And do you know why I'm here, Frieza?" Frieza would say, "No." "Simple. I'm here to make sure that Mr. Satan's body doesn't go to waste. This Captain Ginyu is truly an amazing warrior, but he's nothing compared to Mr. Satan, and he can't use his full power, and he'll mess with my good fight." Vegeta and Goku both came down, panting heavily, not able to do anything. They said, "So you're gonna help us?" Captain Ginyu walked back. He recognized Lord Beerus. He saw him a couple times when Frieza talked to him. He knew not to mess with him. "You're gonna fight me?" Beerus said, "Yes, but I want to see if you're worth my while." Suddenly, the Supreme Kai would throw Vegeta and Goku Batar earrings. Beerus would say now, as then they would both put on the earrings. As they suddenly fused into Vegito, Vegito looked at him and began to laugh. "This is our full power. Can you believe it? The power of our new body." Vegito flew straight at Captain Ginyu, as Captain Ginyu said, "Yeah, I can feel it, and this will be a good fight. I've been waiting to test this body out. Give me what you got." They both began the battle, but Captain Ginyu was still too strong. He was able to tap into further Mr. Satan's power. He was able to tap into 20%. That may not be much, but with that, he was easily stronger than Vegito until Vegito turned Super Saiyan Blue. As then he looked at Captain Ginyu and said, "You really think you can defeat our fusion?" Captain Ginyu said, "I don't know, but I can try." Dynamite kick! He punched Vegito, causing him to bleed, and Vegito punched him. They both began the battle. As they battled, they sent shockwaves out, shaking the entire earth. Beerus looked down and saw the toad and said, "Whis, can you hold the toad?" "Yes, sir." Whis began to hold and take care of the toad as he looked up. Vegito said, "Captain Ginyu, why are you doing this? Why? You left me in a toad's body for 20 years. You know what that's like, not to be able to fly, not to be able to use any powers. I thought my entire life was over, but now I'm in the strongest body in the universe. I will get my revenge, and I'll rebuild the Ginyu Force and rule the entire universe as Captain Ginyu." Vegito said, "Really? You're still gonna do those poses?" As he did a cool pose, but then he said, "Yeah, the poses are awesome." "Well, I guess I can't help it then. Let's fight." He nodded as they both charged at each other. As then they both charged at each other one last time. As Vegito Blue summoned a key sword and began to swing it with all of his might, Captain Ginyu grabbed it and broke it. But as he broke it, his hand shook and began to bleed as it was sliced up. Captain Ginyu said, "What? How can you even damage me at this point? I'm so powerful." Vegito Blue laughs, says, "I'll admit you are powerful, but you're nothing compared to Mr. Satan when he's actually in that body. When he's in that body, he can compete with Lord Beerus, even when he's at his best. But you couldn't even make him transform." "He could transform? Enough of this. If I can't win, I'll just destroy you all, including me." Dynamite kick! As then he was going to kick into the planet. And Frieza began to laugh, watching from the sidelines. Yes! But then Vegito Blue stopped him. and they both began the battle again and again, wearing each other out. As they were wearing out, Frieza started to walk towards the planet, and he thought about blowing it up. Beerus said, "If you blow it up, I'll erase you. This planet is pretty fun, Frieza." Frieza looked annoyed. He said, "Fine, fine, Beerus, but I'll be back, and one day you'll have fun on it when it's in my empire," Frieza says as he flies off into space. Beerus looks up annoyed. Cocky bastard. Then he looks back. As Vegito Blue then gets to beat up more and more, pummeled, but so does Captain Ginyu. Both of them are equal until they fight each other to a standstill. Both of them fall to the ground, exhausted. Beerus says, "Wow, you were able to keep up with Mr. Satan at 20% of his power. True, you couldn't beat him, only stalemate him. And you had to fuse and go blue, but that's still pretty impressive," he said, smiling, as he began to walk towards both of them. Suddenly, though, Captain Ginyu and Mr. Satan would switch bodies, as Bulma used the Dragon Balls as they were all fighting. Mr. Satan got up and picked up the Toad. As the Toad looked scared, Mr. Satan said, "We'll wish for you to get your old body before this one. But you better not cause any more trouble, okay?" The Toad nodded, as then their next wish was for Captain Ginyu to get his old body back. As he looked at all of them, he said, "Well, I guess I should be going." Goku says, "Where are you gonna go now?" "I don't know, but somewhere new, I hope." Mr. Satan says, "Take care. Don't steal anyone's bodies." Captain Ginyu says, I'll try not to," as he laughs and goes off. And that's going to end this video. Yes, I know I changed it up a bit, but I wanted a new saga since, let's be honest, the Frieza saga in Super was amazing. The best part was Captain Ginyu. They brought Captain Ginyu back. I was so excited, but then they killed him in like 2 seconds. And then no one talks about him. What if? Captain Ginyu is literally one of the best characters in Dragon Ball. Honestly, Ginyu should have won when he fought Goku originally, and they should have changed the show, called it Dragon Ginyu, and made the whole story about Ginyu. Would have made Dragon Ball a million times better, and that's a fact. Anyway, with you all knowing that Captain Ginyu is the best character ever made, I guess I'll end this video. Peace out. Love you all.